Welcome to the Bodhi Academy. My name is Shrutika and today let us learn a new chapter from Standard 7 Science, that is heat. So we are going to study about heat. In this chapter we will learn what is heat, how heat is measured and different factors about heat. So what is heat? So basically heat is a feeling that we get from when we touch any hot object. So how do we identify it, or how can a person know that a certain thing is hot or a certain thing is cool? So we can do a small experiment wherein we will classify objects based on whether they are hot or they are cool. So we know that so these are some objects and we will tick whether it is hot or cold based on the knowledge. Okay, so first thing which is there over here, the object is ice cream, so we know that it is cool. Okay, then spoon in a teacup is also cool. It depends whether the tea is hot or cold. If the tea is hot, then the spoon will also be hot. Then fruit juice, it is also cool. Handle of a frying pan, it will be hot or warm because heat is involved over there. So this is how we can classify certain object as whether they are hot or whether they are cool. So some of them are hot and some are cool. Tea is not hot and tea is hot and ice is cool. So we see that some objects are cold while some are hot. Also we know that some objects are hotter than others while some are colder than the other. So how do we decide which object is hotter and which object is colder? So we often do it by touching the object. So what we do, how do we feel heat and how do we feel cold? So those things are felt by us by the touch. So we feel heat and we feel cold. So these are two different concepts wherein that depends upon how when we touch the object what we feel, whether we feel the heat or whether we feel the coolness. So how this heat is measured? So heat is basically measured using a thermometer. So heat is caused because of temperature, that is if the temperature of any substance is more, then that will be a hot substance. And how do we calculate the temperature? It is by using a thermometer. So thermometer is a device which is used to measure the heat of any object. That is, how do we measure the heat of object? By the temperature. So rise in temperature means the object is hot, and if there is lower temperature, then that means the object is cool. So this is how we can determine whether a substance is hot or a substance is cool. So a rare measure of the hotness of an object is its temperature, and temperature is measured by a device called as thermometer. So measuring temperature, so there are two types of thermometers. First one is a clinical thermometer. So the thermometer that measures our body temperature is called as a clinical thermometer, and then there is another type of thermometer which is called as the laboratory thermometer. So laboratory thermometer is used to measure the temperature of substances, liquids, solids in the lab, and clinical thermometer is used for measuring the temperature of our body. So when we get fever, we use thermometer to check whether what is the body temperature. So if the temperature is more than 35 degrees, that means we have fever. So a clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. So this is the body of the thermometer, that is, it is having a long, narrow glass tube. The bulb contains mercury, and it consists of a small bulb which consists of the mercury. So when the mercury come in contact with the heat of the object, what happens is it starts rising, and it will give us the exact temperature of the substance. So if you do not see mercury thread, rotate this. So the scale we use, the SI unit for temperature is degrees Celsius, and a clinical thermometer reads temperature from 35 degrees to 42 degrees Celsius. So the normal body, so this is about the degree unit, SI units, which is used to measure the temperature. So the normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. So this is a very important concept to know what is the normal body temperature of human beings. So normal human being body temperature has to be 37 degrees Celsius. So we will study about laboratory thermometer now. So laboratory thermometer is basically, there is such thermometers are used in laboratories. The teachers will show you this type of thermometer when they use when they want to measure the temperature of any cold substance, any hot substance, or whether they want to find the boiling point of any substance. That time they will use the laboratory thermometer inside the lab. So it is basically a very long tube. It is similar to this thing, clinical thermometer, but clinical thermometer has a range of 35 to 42 degrees, but the laboratory thermometer, it has a wider range, that is from minus 10 degrees, that is from minus, that is it can measure colder temperatures. Also highest range is 110 degrees Celsius. So also, so that is why it is used to measure the coldness and hotness of substances inside the laboratories. That because it has a wider range, that is from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So this is about the clinical thermometer. So in this video today, what we have learned is what is heat, how we determine heat, which are the devices which are used to determine heat, that is we use thermometer. We have seen what is the meaning of clinical thermometer, and we have also seen what is the meaning of laboratory thermometers and how they are used for various purposes. So thank you for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the Bodhi Academy.